The cargo ship floated silent in space, broken and empty. Jace Miller, a lone human pilot, stood inside the wreck. His flashlight moved across walls covered in dust and damage. The ship had been hit by pirates weeks ago. No life signs, no power, no heat, just dead silence. He stepped over a broken crate, then he heard it, a soft whimper. He froze. "Is someone here?" Jace asked, voice low. The sound came again, a weak, soft cry. "Like a puppy?" He followed the sound. His boots crunched over metal pieces. He turned a corner and stopped. There it was, a small cage. Metal bars, locked tight. Inside it, a girl sat curled up, shaking. Her skin was pale with a soft glow. Her body was thin, weak. But the strangest thing were her ears. Long, furry ears that moved like a dog's. A fluffy tail peeked from behind her. She was alien, but also not fully. Her big golden eyes looked up at him. "Pee, please," she whispered. "Don't leave me here." Jace knelt slowly. "What are you?" I'm Canary," she said. "But I'm mixed. My mother was from Earth, I think." He looked closer. She wasn't just alien, she was part human. Her face looked young. Maybe 20, maybe less. Her hands had claws, but they shook like she hadn't eaten in days. "You were locked in here?" he asked. She nodded. "They kept me. Like a pet. I was sold," his chest tightened. "Slavers, someone had bought her, and she was left behind when the ship got hit." "What's your name?" he asked. She lowered her eyes. "I was never given one, but you can call me anything, Alpha." He blinked. "Alpha?" She looked at him, serious. "You rescued me. That makes you Alpha. That's our way." He sighed and pulled out his toolkit. "Let's get you out first." The cage opened with a hiss. She crawled out, her legs shaky. She dropped to her knees and grabbed his boot. "Don't leave me," she said again. "I won't," he said softly. "But I can't keep you locked in a ship." "You're free now." She looked up, confused. "I don't understand. You're not a pet," he said. "You're a person." Her ears twitched. Her eyes blinked fast. She looked confused, like no one had ever said that to her. Back on his ship, she sat on a soft chair and sniffed everything. She moved like a curious animal, touched things with her hands, ears twitching. She refused to sit far from him. Always close, like a shadow. "What do you eat?" he asked. She tilted her head. "Meat. Warm meat." He sighed and warmed some food. She sniffed it and wagged her tail once. "Thank you, Alpha. Stop calling me that." "My name's Jace, but you are my Alpha," she said. "You opened my cage. That makes you leader." He shook his head. "No, I'm just trying to help." She didn't reply. She just kept staring at him, quiet, watching, like she was trying to memorize his face. That night, Jace tried to sleep, but something woke him, a soft sound. He opened one eye and saw her. She was curled up outside his room, sleeping like a dog at the door. Arms folded, tail tucked, ears flat. He didn't know what to say. Next morning, he tried to explain. "You can stay until we reach the station," Jace said. "But after that, someone else will take care of you." She looked away. "You don't want that?" he asked. She shook her head. "They will lock me up again. They'll put me back in a cage. You'll be safe on the station," he said. She stood up slowly. Her voice was soft but firm. "Alpha," she said, "I don't want to be safe. I want to stay with you." He looked at her. She wasn't just scared. She trusted him, needed him, like a pack animal needing its leader. He didn't know what to feel. Suddenly, the ship's alert beeped. A signal. A ship was following them. Jace checked the scanner. A small, fast ship, unknown ID. Her ears went up instantly. She hissed. "Them! They found me." Jace stood still. Slavers. They weren't done yet. The station loomed ahead like a giant metal moon. Orbit 7, a trade stop known for fuel, supplies, and repairs. Jace's ship approached carefully. Beside him, the dog girl sat quiet in the co-pilot seat. Her ears were low, her tail wrapped tight around her legs. "You sure you're okay?" Jace asked. She nodded but didn't speak. Her golden eyes stayed on the screen as the space station got closer. "Once we land," Jace said, "I'll take you to the med bay. You can rest, eat, maybe talk to the authorities." She growled, low, deep, not loud but enough to stop Jace mid-sentence. "I don't trust them," she whispered. "They work with the ones who kept me." Jace frowned. "That can't be true." "Orbit 7 is neutral territory." She looked at him. "That's what they say. But I can smell liars, Alpha. I know who wants to chain me again. Docking clamps locked onto the ship. Jace stepped out first, hands raised for the security scan. The girl followed, walking low like a wild creature entering a trap. 2 station guards approached. One was calm. The other, a tall, heavy man with a dark uniform, stared at the girl too long. His eyes didn't blink. "Identify yourself," the tall one said. Jace showed his ID. "Cargo pilot. I found a survivor on a wrecked ship. She needs help." The guard looked at the girl. "She legal?" "She's a person," Jace said. "She was locked in a cage." "She looks more beast than person," the guard muttered. Suddenly, the girl snarled. She stepped in front of Jace and bared her teeth. Her claws came out, her fur rose. "Back off," she growled. "You stink of chains." The guard stepped back, startled. "She's aggressive. This is dangerous." The station captain appeared then, a calm woman with short silver hair. She raised an eyebrow. "What's going on?" Jace tried to explain. "She's scared." That guard made her nervous. The captain looked at the girl. "We don't allow violence on Orbit 7. "She's not violent," Jace said. "She's defending herself." The captain folded her arms. "Fine, bring her to medbay. But if she lashes out again, she goes in holding." The medbay was cold and too white. Machines beeped softly. The girl refused to sit on the bed. She sniffed the air. "Something's wrong," she said. Jace sighed. "You've been through a lot. Maybe you're just on edge." "No," she said. "Someone is watching." He looked around. Cameras. That was normal. But something did feel. A nurse entered and smiled. "She's beautiful." "What species is she?" "I'm not a specimen," the girl snapped. The nurse stepped back, nervous. "Sorry, I didn't mean..." But the girl's ears twitched. "You injected trackers into canary girls before. I know your scent." The nurse's smile vanished. Jace stood up. "What's going on here?" The door opened again. The same guard from before entered, this time with 2 others. "She needs to be locked up," he said. "The captain gave us orders." "No," Jace said, stepping in front of her. "She's a witness. She escaped slavers. She's protected." "Not on this station," the guard said with a smirk. "She's property until proven otherwise." The girl whispered, "Alpha, please." The guards moved forward. Jace reached for his communicator. Too slow. Suddenly, the girl leapt, a blur of fur, claws, and fury. She slammed into the first guard, knocking him back. The second guard raised a stun baton, but she ducked, growled, and sank her teeth into his wrist. Screams. Blood. Chaos. Jace grabbed the nearest tray and threw it, hitting the third guard in the head. The girl moved fast, slashing once, then stood over Jace, breathing heavy. Her body shook, but her eyes were calm. "I won't go back in a cage," she said. The nurse hit the alarm. Red lights flashed. Minutes later, they were cornered in a narrow hallway. Guards were coming. Jace leaned against the wall, heart racing. "You shouldn't have attacked," he said. "They were going to take me," she said. He looked at her, confused. "Why didn't you run?" She looked hurt. "Because you stayed." Jace closed his eyes. This was a mess, but he couldn't leave her. They needed a plan. Suddenly, a voice came through the intercom. "Pilot Jace Miller, report to command deck immediately." Jace froze. That was the station captain. The girl grabbed his hand. "I'll go with you." "You attacked security, Mun. They attacked first," she said. "If you leave me now, I'll disappear again, like the others." He looked into her eyes, and he made his choice. "Then let's go together," he said. They walked toward the command deck. Together. No longer pilot and passenger, but Alpha and bondmate. The command deck was quiet. Too quiet. Jace and the girl stood side by side facing the station captain. Her silver hair shined under cold lights. Her hands were behind her back. She didn't smile. Guards stood near the doors but didn't move. "Pilot Miller," the captain said. "Your alien companion attacked 3 officers." "She defended herself," Jace replied. "One of your men tried to drag her out. She bit him. She smelled something wrong." The captain tilted her head. "You believe she can smell guilt?" "I believe she saved me," Jace said. "She's not a threat. She's terrified." The captain walked closer to the girl. "Is that true?" The girl's golden eyes locked onto her. "One of your guards worked for slavers. He had a hidden comm. He already contacted them." The captain raised an eyebrow. "You're guessing?" "No," the girl said. "I remember his scent. He was at the slave port. That word, slave, made the room go cold. Jace stepped forward. I need to report a trafficking ring. I found her in a locked cage on a wrecked ship. She's not the only one. There's more out there. They're selling canary girls like pets, the captain sighed. Then slowly she tapped her console. A hollow screen opened. What they saw made Jace's stomach twist. Rows of cages, cryopods, girls with fur, tails, long ears. Some looked half-human, some looked barely alive. Each had a tag, a price. The girl beside him trembled. That's from a smuggler port near Recos 5, the captain said. We've known about it for months. But no proof. You knew? Jace asked. We suspected. But until now, no one survived long enough to talk. The girl stepped forward. I escaped by accident. The ship was hit by pirates. Everyone died except me. I was locked inside. And waited. Jace turned to the captain. So what happens now? The captain narrowed her eyes. Now, you both stay on this station under guard, until we finish the investigation. The girl growled softly. They'll come. The captain looked at her. Who? The hunters, she whispered. They're not slavers. They're worse. They don't sell us. They collect us. For breeding, Jace flinched. What? The girl nodded. Some buyers don't want trained pets. They want pure instincts. No speech, no thought. Just heat and obedience. The room fell silent. Jace stared at the screen again. He saw a girl no older than 16 muzzled and tied. What the hell is this? He whispered. Canary hybrids, the captain said. Rare, fertile, obedient to their chosen alpha. But most never choose. They're programmed to obey anyone who buys them. The girl turned her face away. I never chose anyone. Until you. Later that night, in a secure guest room, Jace and the girl sat on the floor. She hugged her knees. Her tail lay flat behind her. No movement. You okay? He asked softly. I hate this station, she said. Too bright. Too many eyes, he nodded. The captain believes us now. That's a start. She doesn't understand, the girl said. Those people, they don't stop. They'll come here. They don't care about laws. Jace looked at her. You were never meant to be sold, were you? She looked away. My mother escaped the labs. She mated with a human, hid in the woods. But they found her. They took me, raised me in a cage. They said I was too wild to sell. So they waited, until I came into heat. Jace stayed silent. They tested me, she whispered, to see what kind of offspring I could make. I refused everyone. I bit them, fought them. They said I was broken. She looked at Jace now. But when I saw you, something changed. I felt it, my instincts shifted, my body reacted. Jace blinked. I never touched you. You didn't need to, she said. Your blood, your smell, it woke something in me. His heart raced. And now, he asked. I dream of you, she said. And I feel life growing inside. Jace stood up fast. That's not possible. She stood too, calm. Canary don't breed like humans. Emotion triggers bond. Bond triggers heat. Heat triggers conception. He backed away. No, I didn't do anything. You did everything, she said gently. You treated me like a person. Suddenly, the room lights blinked red. An alarm. Then the voice of the captain echoed through the intercom. All security. Report to Hangar Bay. Unknown vessel has breached outer perimeter. Jace and the girl looked at each other. They're here, she said. He grabbed his jacket. We have to get you out of here. No, she said. They're not here for me anymore, he paused. Then who? She reached for his hand. You, Alpha. They want you now, because you gave me something no slaver could. The station shook. Sirens screamed. Jace grabbed the girl's hand and pulled her through the hallway. Lights flashed red. Doors locked behind them. Station guards ran in the opposite direction toward the breach. Where are we going? She asked. Anywhere but here, Jace said. We need to hide. But they're not here to take me, she warned again. They're after you now. Jace didn't stop running. Then they'll have to go through both of us. She blinked. For the first time in her life, someone said those words for her. The hangar was chaos. A dark ship, sharp like a blade, hovered above the landing deck firing warning shots. It had no markings, no flag. Just black metal and silence. Guards fired. Energy shields lit up but didn't hold. Jace and the girl ducked behind a storage crate as another guard fell, screaming. Suddenly the dark ship opened. Out walked 5 figures. Tall. Armored. No faces. Just smooth black masks with red eyes. The girl's body stiffened. I know them, she whispered. Those are collectors, Jace whispered back. Who are they? The worst. They don't sell, they keep. They build packs of strong canary bloodlines, like hunting dogs. They train girls to fight, breed, obey. Jace's fists clenched. One of the black-masked collectors raised a voice through a speaker. Cold, robotic. Bring us the pilot who unlocked the Alpha Bond. Jace's heart dropped. They really are here for me. Suddenly, a shout from above. Pilot Jace, get down. It was the station captain. She fired from the balcony, hitting one of the collectors. The shot bounced off their armor. Another guard beside her dropped a gas canister. Smoke covered the bay. Jace and the girl made a run for the back tunnels. Behind them, footsteps followed. Heavy. Fast. Almost there, Jace said. Just a little farther. A blast rang out. Jace stumbled. He turned and saw the girl stand in front of him, her side bleeding. She had jumped into the path of the shot. She didn't scream. She didn't fall. She growled, and she charged. She was a blur of silver and red. Her claws tore into the collector's arm. The mask cracked. The enemy dropped his weapon. She bit down hard on the shoulder joint, making the attacker stumble. Two more came after her. Jace pulled his emergency flare and fired it in their direction. A bright flash lit the hallway. Back this way, he yelled. The girl limped, but followed. They crashed into a maintenance room and locked the door. Jace pushed a table against it. Then he turned to her. Blood poured down her side. Her breath was fast. You're hurt, he said. You're alive, she replied. Tears filled his eyes. Why did you do that? You nearly died. I'm your mate, she said softly. If you die, I die. He fell to his knees beside her. That's not what I wanted. I didn't mean to bond. I didn't want you to get hurt. She placed a bloody hand on his chest. You didn't choose the bond, she said. But I did. They sat in silence. Then her ears twitched. They're not leaving, she said. They'll find us. And this time, they'll kill you. Jace opened a supply locker. Then we fight back. He found a plasma cutter and a welding torch. She looked at him, confused. What are you doing? Making traps, her tail flicked. You know how to fight? I'm a cargo pilot, Jace said. But I used to be a ship mechanic during the border wars. I know how to make explosions out of junk. Her lips curled into a smile. Maybe you are an alpha, he smiled back. And you're not a beast? She looked down. That's all they ever called me. Well, they're wrong. He held her hand tightly. You're the bravest person I've ever met. Suddenly, a loud bang, the hallway door bent. They're here, she said, standing, still bleeding, still strong. She reached for the plasma cutter. Jace handed her a shock baton. We fight together, he said. And if we don't win, she asked, then we go down as mates. She smiled, eyes full of fire. Good answer. The door blasted open, and the real fight began. The hallway was filled with smoke. Sparks flew from broken lights. The alarm had stopped. But the silence was worse. Jace and the girl limped through a side tunnel. Her arm was wrapped in torn cloth. His shoulder was bruised, bleeding from a close hit. But they were alive, barely. Where now? She whispered. Medbay, he said. It's the only place with scanners. And answers, she hesitated. You still want to know? He looked at her. You said, you're pregnant. That it's mine. I have to know, she lowered her eyes. Even if it's true, you didn't ask for it. Jace placed a hand on her back. I didn't ask to find you in a cage either. But I did, and I'm not running. They reached the med bay. The lights flickered. The doors opened slow, no guards. Just machines humming quietly. Jace sat her down on the table. She looked nervous. Her ears low. Scanners hurt, he smiled. Not this one. He tapped the console. A small drone floated over her, blinking blue lights. Blood scan first, Jace said. Then fetal DNA if there's something inside. She rested back. The scan began. Jace held her hand. Minutes passed. The screen beeped. Scan complete. Jace read the results. His mouth slowly fell open. He stepped back, blinking. No, he whispered. That can't be real. She sat up, ears twitching. What did it say? He turned the screen so she could see. Subject, pregnant fetal development, early stage, canary-human hybrid. Paternal DNA match. 99.98%. Jace Miller. Her mouth parted, but no sound came. She looked at him. I told you, she said softly. Jace shook his head. I didn't. We never. No physical contact, she said. But the bond happened. I felt it. The moment you opened my cage. Jace sank into a chair. He couldn't speak. His mind raced. I didn't plan this, she said. My kind doesn't need the same things humans do. Once bonded emotionally, our biology activates. The stronger the feelings, the faster it happens. He looked at her, still stunned. I don't even know how to be a father, he whispered. She sat beside him. Careful not to touch too hard, you already are, she said. You protected me. You fed me. You stayed. Tears filled her golden eyes. No one's ever stayed. Jace stood and paced the room. I'm just a cargo pilot. I don't have a home. I sleep in a ship. I move every week, she nodded slowly. I lived in a cage. I don't have a home either. They both fell silent. Then Jace walked back and knelt beside her. I didn't ask for this, but I'm not leaving, not you. Not the baby, her breath caught. You mean it? He nodded. You're not just some experiment. You're real, and so is this baby. We figure it out together. She let out a shaky breath. Her tail moved for the first time in hours. Then her ears twitched again. She stood fast. What is it? Jace asked. They're close. He rushed to the scanner. A red dot appeared on the station map. The collector's ship hadn't left. They were scanning the medbay systems. They now knew she was pregnant, and who the father was. Suddenly the comms activated. A deep, chilling voice filled the room. Pilot Miller, returned the girl, or we take you both. Your genes are valuable. Our clients will pay double. Jace stared at the speaker. They want to breed humans now? She nodded. A hybrid with emotional bonding and human memory. They think it's the perfect pet, Jace whispered. They're not after just her anymore. They want our child, her claws extended. They'll never touch him. Him? She blushed slightly. I can feel it. It's a boy. Jace smiled for a second, then turned serious. We need to get off this station. They won't stop, she looked up. Where would we go? He walked to the console and began overriding the docking codes. I know a place. Old war outpost, quiet, off the maps. It's where I go when I need to disappear. She stood behind him, injured but proud. Then let's disappear, she said. The medbay lights flickered again. A final message played from the enemy ship. This is your last chance. Surrender the Canary and the unborn hybrid. Or Orbit 7 burns. Jace looked at her. She looked at him. Then she smiled. Let's make them regret ever calling me a beast. The ship hummed softly as Jace set the course. Beside him, the girl watched the stars move past the window. Her ears twitched, but her face stayed calm. Coordinates locked, Jace said. We'll reach the old war outpost in 6 hours. No patrols, no trackers, no crowds, she nodded. It's the first time I've felt free. He looked at her stomach. And safe. She placed a hand there. He's quiet, but I feel him. Like a warm spark, Jace smiled, but it didn't. Last, the alert beeped, incoming. Transmission encrypted. Unknown source. He hesitated, then opened it. The screen flickered and a face appeared, not human. Not Collector, another alien girl with long silver ears and violet eyes. She was Canary. She looked tired, but full of fire. Human pilot Jace Miller, she said, we need your help. The slavers are hunting us. The moment they knew you bonded with one of us, everything changed. Jace stared at the screen. How did you find me? He asked. The bond, she said. When one canary mates willingly, others feel it. Across light years, it spreads like scent in the wind. Hope. The girl beside Jace nodded. She's telling the truth. I feel it too. The silver-eared girl continued. You are now part of the old bloodline. That makes you valuable, but also dangerous to who? Jace asked. To them, she said. The breeders. The collectors. The royal buyers. They've sent hunting ships to all zones. They want your seed. Your DNA, even your bones, Jace frowned. Why now? Because a canary chose you. Not forced. Not bought, chose, and the girl on the screen blinked fast. You're the first alpha in 1,000 years to earn the bond without using pain. Jace felt cold. So, what happens now? We're sending coordinates, the silver girl said. A hidden refuge. Many of us have escaped, but we are few. If you come, others will follow. Some already do. Others? Jace asked. Just then, the ship's radar blinked. 3 ships appeared behind them. Small, fast, civilian models. They weren't collector ships. The girl stared at the screen, then gasped. I know that scent. Moments later, the 3 ships docked in formation. Jace met them in the cargo bay. As the doors opened, he saw them. 3 more canary girls, each different in color and build, but all had the same golden eyes. The first had blue fur and scars on her arms. The second was shorter, dark-furred, with a metal collar still around her neck. The third was tall, calm, her ears neatly tied back. They stepped forward and knelt. Alpha, the tall one said. We smelled the bond. We came. Jace raised his hands. I'm not your alpha. You are, the short one whispered. You're the one she chose. That makes you safe. That makes you better? The girl beside Jace moved forward. He didn't force me, he stayed. He listens. The blue-furred one looked at Jace. We've been hiding for so long. But now and others are awakening. Awakening? Jace asked. The tall one nodded. Your bond triggered a war. The breeders want to capture you. The escapees want to protect you. Some want to mate. Others just want to be free, Jace blinked. And I'm stuck in the middle. The girl beside him placed her hand on his. You're not stuck. You're leading something. Suddenly the radar blinked again. New signal, far away. But fast, too fast, the screen showed a collector dread ship. They found us, Jace whispered. The short canary girl stepped forward. We can scatter. Confuse them. No, the tall one said. If we keep running, they'll hunt us one by one. Jace turned to the group. Then we need a base. A real one. A home. The blue-furred girl smiled. You're thinking like a leader. I'm thinking like a pilot who's tired of hiding, Jace said. The girl he bonded with spoke softly. Then let's build something they fear. Jace pulled up the old war maps. There was a station, abandoned during the border wars. Remote. Defensible. Dark. Zone perfect. He looked at the 4 canary girls, all watching him, all waiting. We go there, he said. We turn it into a haven. And if they come, he clenched his fists. They'll find more than just runaways. They'll find fighters, mothers, and a father ready to protect them all. Dark space stretched all around the abandoned outpost. It floated like a metal skeleton, forgotten, rusted and half dead. But inside it breathed again. Jace stood in the command hall, surrounded by quiet beeping lights, cables, and glowing panels he had repaired with his own hands. The canary girls worked beside him, each one moving with purpose. Each one building something new. Home, his bonded mate. The first one he saved walked toward him, holding a small scanner. Power grid is stable. Defense is online, she said with a smile. We're ready. Jace exhaled. It had taken days. Fighting off drone scouts, hiding from deep scans, setting traps. But now this dead station had teeth. You did good, he told her. She placed her hand on her belly. We did good, he smiled. The baby inside her was growing stronger. The bond between them unshakable, and she wasn't the only one changing. More canary had come. 1 ship. Then 5. Then 12. Girls with scars, girls with chains still around their necks. Girls who had never spoken until they met him, and they all called him the same thing. Alpha. At first, he refused. I'm not a leader, he said, but they didn't care. You were the first, one said. The first to treat us like life, not property. Now, Jace stood before them in the old war hall. 30 canary, all watching him, all waiting. He looked around. His voice was steady, but his heart raced. You're not my army, he said. You're not my pets. You are people. You are mothers, fighters, survivors. They didn't speak. They listened. Jace stepped forward. They called you animals. They tried to breed you like tools. But you have names now. You have a home. And you are no longer alone. His mate walked to his side. She placed a hand on his. Together, she whispered. He nodded. Together, the alarm screamed. Red lights flashed across the station. Radar scans lit up. The collector dreadship had arrived. Larger than before. Twice the guns, 10 times the drones, and this time they weren't coming to trade, they were coming to erase inside the control room. Jace and the canary prepared. The tall one, The first escapee who had knelt before him stood with her claws sharpened. "We don't run?" she asked. "We stand," Jace said. He turned to the pack. "You know what they want. You know what they see when they look at you. Today we show them what we see." His bonded mate growled softly. Tail raised. "We see sisters, mothers, pack." He raised a signal flare. "Let's make them regret ever touching one of." Hugh, the battle began, Collector. Drones poured from the enemy ship, hundreds of them. But they were met with plasma cannons, shield mines, and sudden ambushes inside old maintenance shafts. The Canary moved like lightning, not wild, not beast, trained, united, free. Jace fought beside them, shock rifle in hand, calling out movements, opening emergency airlocks at the perfect moment. Every time one Canary fell, two more rose to fight harder. In the heart of the station, Jace found himself face to face with a black-armored Collector. The mask split open, revealing a cold, pale alien face. "You are one man," the Collector hissed. "One human. Against a 1,000-year system." Jace raised his rifle. "I'm one father, and I don't lose my family." The shot rang out. The Collector dropped. After hours, silence returned. Smoke floated in the halls. Metal cracked. But the outpost still stood, and so did the pack. Some wounded, some crying, but alive and free. Jace stood on the balcony, looking down at the Canary. His mate walked to him, holding his hand. "You're more than Alpha now," she said. He smiled. "What am I?" She leaned close. "You're home." He looked down at her belly. The baby would be born in months, a new kind of life. Not built in labs, not sold in chains, born in freedom. He looked out at the stars and whispered, "Let them come. We'll be ready."